Hey guys, Ramblin Bob here again. So one of the subscribers had brought me up on the information of this company. I've never heard of this one, and there's power stations everywhere. So please send me your request to look at stuff. I love looking and learning about this stuff every day. Okay, so we're going to look at a company called ARKPAX. I think it's called Arkpax or Arkpax, something like that. It's in California, it says here. This is a Kickstarter, and I normally don't do Kickstarters, but that's where the information is sometimes, so you have to kind of chase that. And the first thing that jumps out at me, this is a first look now, the first thing that jumps out at me is the IP67 waterproof power station for New Horizons. That is an amazing IP rating for a power station. I don't think I've ever seen an IP67 rating. I mean, you could literally dunk that under like 3 feet of water for like, I don't know, like a half an hour, and like you could use it. That's a very serious IP rating, waterproofing rating for a power station. I've never seen that. I wonder how they're, connecting everything. You know what I mean? Because your weakest points in IP rating is always the connection. So if you put two together, like MC4, that has like a silicon ring in there that when you click it, it kind of keeps that water out. So that's IP67. To give you an idea what IP67 is, that's the same as MC4 rating for solar connectors. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to check this out. It has 5 backers. Now, since I started up the screen recording and everything, it said it had 4 backers. So they actually gained 1 more backer right in the last 5 minutes of me doing this here. It's for the next 44 days. So I'm going to do my first impressions and just kind of see what I like right away. The thing that stands out, obviously, is the color. That's a very unique color for a power station. I wonder why they chose that color. Maybe because it's easier to see. Maybe you could use this like on a boat, or places that's very damp, almost like I don't know, like a mines or something like that, where you could see it in the dark, kind of like where Milwaukee uses that really bright red and DeWalt uses that really, really bright yellow. It's so you can kind of see them at a job site or something like that. Okay, so I can't wait to hop in here. Let's see, the IP67 already is a big plus. What I'm going to do is I'm going to jot down what I like about these things real quick, and then I can kind of recap at the end here. I love the IP67. I think that is a monster rating for a power station. Okay, so these are the guys over at Global Express here doing their what have you there, and yeah, the color stands out right away. See, I think it's more of a water, obviously because of the IP rating, it's more of a water style power station for camping, boating, fishing, things like that. All right, let's see here. It says reviews are in. Guys, I've never heard of this company. I've never heard of it. So this person did a review on the was it 2400 watt IP67. So that's the one we're looking at. Let's see. This person did it. I've never even heard of this company. Okay, let's just keep going here. So these are the early benefits for. I can't wait to get down to the specs. That's where all the meat and potatoes is. But let's take a look. So the Kickstarter early birds benefits is guaranteed delivery. That means that if they fill this Kickstarter, then you're guaranteed a machine. So that's a positive, because there's some Kickstarters in the past or other things like that canceled, and then some people had to, I don't know, either fight to get their money back or wait for their whatever that was. So that's good. Guaranteed delivery. 60-day hassle-fun refund. That I like right off the bat. That's usually traditional is 30 days. 60 days is double that, obviously. So, and no hassle. If it's as true as what it says, if you have any problems, you say, hey, I don't like this, and it sends it back. Free shipping, that's always a plus. Most power station companies do that. And a 5-year warranty is nice to see. So you're starting to see a lot of companies. I think Blue Eddy was the first company to start that 5-year warranty that I've seen. But yeah, that's a very good thing to have. Yeah, what jumps out right away, guys, is the color. It's really, really bright. It's very, very different. I don't think I have a single power station that's that bright. I think my Pecron there with the orange corners, I think, is the closest thing I have to that. Okay, here, 2400 AC power, so that you got decent power inside there, and then 4800 surge. Hopefully I can handle that. That's a pretty good chunk of power for a small little box like that. This is what's really impressive too. The 25.3 kilowatt hour expandable battery. So let's see, 25. I'm going to write that down. Kilowatt hour. That's the full set. So that stands out to me as good. I do, you know what? I do like the 2400 watt inverter, because a lot of times the companies on a smaller power station like that, they'll go up to about a 2000, and having that extra 400 watts is very big sometimes, because if you're running two things, let's say you're running just random two things, say you're running a refrigerator and a freezer, and one were to kick on and the other one's already running, then it would be fine for 2000 watts. The problem comes when the fridge kicks on and the freezer kicks on at the same time, and that's happened to our power stations before, where it's tripped it because it just pushes it just a hair over that 21, like 2100 watts or something like that. And obviously if you have a 2000 watt inverter, it can't handle that. So it is nice to see a 2400 watt AC inverter on a system like this that's that small, and then it can get all the way up to 25,000 watt hours. I think that's monstrous. That's a big system, guys. It's a lot to hook up. I do like, you know what, I do like the battery cables. I'm going to write that down too. And the reason I like the battery cables is, let's see, the design for the battery cables. I do like how, if you look at them, hopefully there'll be bigger pictures down there, but you notice how you can you go to one and then that goes to the other side of it, so you can kind of snake them through. It's a lot cleaner look, I think. And then obviously you can put this stack behind that one, and behind, you keep going that like a caterpillar kind of look, where they're all lined up behind it, and that way it would be very, very clean, as long as you have a room that's or a shelf that's deep enough to withstand a lot of batteries like that. I think that's pretty cool. That's probably a lot of weight, guys. Holy crapzilla. The IP67, love it, absolutely love it. I think that's a monstrous IP rating for a power station. I've never seen that before. 3000 cycles. Lithium iron phosphate, I like that. That's pretty much the industry standard of what I see now. LifePole 4 batteries. Let me write that down here. 3000 cycles. I do like that they put 3000 cycles instead of 3500, because usually you get about 3500 when you're not pushing so hard. And being that this has a kind of a bigger inverter in it, it kind of pulls the cycles down a little bit. So I do like them being honest, of saying that. 1200 watts of solar recharge. I think that's very good. Now that is going to be a little possibly bad unless you can charge the system through the batteries as well, because when you get up to 25,000 watt hours, right, and you're going to charge at 1200, that would obviously take a long time. Let me see, kind of just off math here. Let's do 25,000. I should know this already, but it's early here. And then we're going to minus 1200. That should be about 16, 50, 20. Oh my God, I was way off. Okay, so about 21 hours, and that's official numbers. It's not going to be official, if you know what I mean. Like that's a guesstimation, because obviously you're not going to get full power all the time, and the sun is fighting. But that's equivalent to approximately about 4.1 solar days. So that would be a little time consuming unless there's a faster way to charge it. It would be nice if you didn't need that much power and you can use that as a battery bank. But if you cycle 25,000 watts per day, or per 2 days, you have to be able to put that back in there. So that's something that I look at. Let's see, you have 1500 watt fast AC charger. That again, if you're going to try to charge 25,000, I think that would be, let's see, maybe that was the 16 I was looking at here. Let me get my calculator back here. So you got 25,000, and this is a rough guesstimate. And then you're going to divide it by 15. Holy crapzilla! There we go, 15. That's the 60. Okay, so my brain was thinking about the AC and not the DC when I saw this picture over here. Okay, so you have approximately 16 hours, which is about 4 solar days. So, but not really solar. Well, I take that back, because that can't be a solar day, because it's from the grid. That's AC charging. So you figure that would take about 16 hours to charge a stack like that, which is literally a whole day. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully they have a faster way to get the energy in there. I would like to see that. I love the tires. That was one thing I saw right away, and I didn't say anything. I love the tires, and one of the biggest reasons I like the tires is A, they're built in. B, they're not these little dinky tires. They're good size. See the size of his foot. It's probably about size 12 boot. That's an average for a guy. and that tire is probably maybe 8 inches, maybe even more. That's good because when you go over sand, rocks, grass, dirt, debris, and things like that, sticks, small sticks, it's much easier to actually climb over that with a bigger tire. You have more floor space or wheel space to roll over that, so that's good. 13 output ports, that's good. Always have a diverse output in order for you to charge and kind of go through your everyday thing here. Let's see here. You got your 10 millisecond UPS. That's good because that's faster than normal. A lot of companies usually have UPS. A lot of companies have that under 20, and I like that. BMS protection. That's always important. Over surge and over voltage and all that good stuff. Built-in display. A lot of companies only have that 20, under 20 second, and 10 millisecond is better for more expensive equipment or medical stuff. Of what I learned, built-in display here. I like that. Obviously, the screen is very long as opposed to most power stations that we've seen. They're very very square, but this is very rectangle long. I don't know if I like that or not. It's definitely different. Let's see here. Built-in light, guys. The light, I have to put that down as a positive because any light on a power station I'm in favor for. I don't care how strong it is, how bright it is. Any light is a good idea because you need it in an emergency. A light just comes in handy. That's why they put it on your cell phone. A light just comes in handy in all aspects of life. It really does. Okay, so let's keep going here. Let's move this over here. I think we're up to about 10 things that I do like. The IP rating is probably the best. The TT30R port for RV and boat. I like that. Now there's a way that you could get energy either possibly in or out for faster charging. I like that part. That part is what I was looking for, is just a faster way to get that energy in there. Let's see here. Now here's the system here. Yeah, oh boy, guys, I used to, look at this, no gas, no noise. Okay, so guys, I used to run Honda EU 2000i inverter generators. They are fantastic. I literally put every penny that I have behind the quality of that machine. I do have one still. I do not use it. It's in storage right now. It's my backup plan. But I wouldn't hesitate to pull that thing out and use it right away anywhere. I mean, literally anywhere. It's never failed me. I've always gave it an oil change when it needed it. But the difference between battery and gas generators is so dramatic that if I'll hop through a few. Number one, you don't have that fumes that they're showing you in here. You don't have the smell of gas. That's 2. You don't have the danger of gasoline that could explode. That's 3. You can keep counting here. You don't have to store the gasoline container, right? That's 4. Let's see. You don't have to go to a gas station and fill it up in the middle of the night, where you can just let this thing charge from the sun and you don't even have to touch it. That's 5. That's a big thing. You don't have to have the cordoned off areas if you use it at an event, right? That's 6. There's so, guys, it's almost endless to me. The noise, they're so noisy. Generators are so noisy. Even the best ones out there, the Honda and the Yamaha is very good, but they're still noisy. And I can pop out a battery pack and just hook up something and just have a family reunion or a party outside or any event or whatever, and you don't even know I have a generator / battery running. You don't even know. All you hear is the music, or you smell the grill cooking, or if we're using electric. Hopefully we're not, but you know what I mean. It's a thing where you don't even know we have it. So in a camping situation, guys, if you go to a campsite, a lot of them don't allow generators because of that noise thing, the smell thing, the irritation of having that running in the background like that. It just drives people a little bonkers. So if we pull into a campsite and I have 8,000 watt hours in my stack, you don't even know I have it. Not at all. You'll never hear it. You'll never see it. It's all hidden away. You can't steal it. That's another thing I forgot about. So your gas motor has to be outside. And you could buy the biggest chain in the world, right? And someone will come along with the biggest grinder in the world and just hack it off in literally like 30 seconds and steal your generator. So that's another thing I forgot about. But I have definitely, it has changed my life as far as how I do events and stuff outside and family reunions and things like that. I do not use generators anymore, but I wouldn't hesitate to use them, especially that Honda, at any time. It's just, I like this battery. This whole change of lifestyle for me is just unbelievable. Oh guys, look at this. This is crazy. Look at, they're beating the crap out of this thing. Holy crapzilla. Guys, they're hitting it with a hose. The handles are weird too. Very strange handles. Yeah, they're like carabiners for rock climbing with little ropes on them and stuff. That's very, very unique, very different. I don't know if I like that or I don't like that, but that's very, very different. Yeah, you guys, I wonder how they kept the in the ports waterproof. Now notice how he's hitting it up here, but he's not putting the water jet into these, down here where the ports are. I'd like to know, without a cover or something like that. Maybe these are covers and you pop them off. I don't know. Yeah, it's possible. Maybe these are covers. Maybe these are just, you know what they probably are. These are probably just pictures of the ports, and that way you know what's under there, and you pop it open and then use it. But yeah, I'd like to see that water hit here, down here. But guys, when they dunked it, look at this, it's underwater here. When they dunked it underwater here, that proves everything to me. I mean, that's, you have water pressure coming in from all angles on that side. But yeah, those handles are very, very unique. God, they're beating the crap still out of that thing. Holy cow. IP67 saltwater resistance. That's good too, guys. If you're down there in Florida or, anywhere where, life throws salt water at you rather than fresh water, that's a big thing because it's very corrosive. That salt water is very corrosive. Let's see here. Let's keep going. The trolley. Now, see, here's the handles, guys. Look at this. The trolley rope and handle. Let me put this down here. So, I like the big wheels. I like that. Now, like I said, the ropes are different. Oh, I see why you can use the rope. Guys, you see that? You can hook it on a boat. Look at that. I wish I could pause this. Guys, I can't pause it. That's pretty neat. Okay, so that's where the handles would come in handy. You can, lock it up places. Boy, if you could take that rock climbing, if you're strong enough to carry that on your back, but not me. But, yeah, so now I understand why they put the handles like that. That's very, very unique. Very unique. Oh, yeah, see here? Okay, so, right, let's see here, guys. Right there, see? See that little flaps open? Okay, so these are actually flaps. I thought they were just exposed ports, but these are actually flaps that you have to open to use the port. Okay, I like that. I was wondering how they kept that a port waterproof like that. Now here's the handles again. Now see, now it makes sense now why they have those. I think they're called Hulk handles or something like that. I saw on the top, but yeah, that really makes a difference. Or makes me understand why they put handles like that. Is you could, almost, it's like a bungee cord in a way, but it's probably just a rope, and you could hook one where, where you don't have a good situation. You can probably wrap it around something. You could put it in a tree. I mean, what I know, but you could tie that around a tree branch and another tree branch, and then you could have it up on a tree if you ever need to. Yeah, it'd be great for tree trimmers. Put all that power up there, but I would leave it on the ground. But still, it does give a new idea to a traditional handle. I love the telescoping handle over here, by the way. I forgot to mention that. That's very nice because you can literally just fold it up and it goes away. I like stuff like that. I like that hide and seek kind of stuff as far as options and features. I like that, where you don't know it's there until you pop this out and you go, holy crap, there's a handle in it. That's cool. I like that a lot. And hopefully these are waterproof too. I don't know if it's just a system or, yeah, I'd love to see how they waterproof these. Maybe they have those silicone rings, kind of like the MC4s do. Let's see here. 24 and 48. So it can run some big stuff, guys. And that's what I mean about the, yeah, see, there's a job site. About that extra, that 400 watts extra. It comes in handy. It really does. Let's just watch these for a second here. Air compressors, cement mixer, electric straw. Okay. Oh, yep. See, here's the flap again. Okay, so that makes sense. Yeah, it's putting out 1,400 watts like nothing here. And then you can have a chat with them if you want here. Here's a battery capacity, guys. It's 2,300 watt hours on the single system. and then you can get, see, those handles are really weird. It's very different, very unique. And then expandable to 25,000 watt hours. Boy, that's a lot of power, guys. That's a lot. Look at that. That is a lot of power. 10 battery packs, guys. Now here's a bigger picture where I was explaining how to you know, the what are these called, the cascading cables, if you will. I don't know what they call them, but you know, you could put from the main system to one, and then you kind of daisy chain them. So that one goes to this one, and then this one goes down to here, and then that one. You see how they kind of snake? They snake through the batteries. That's cool. That's cool. I wish that someone would make a battery system that could handle like 100 of these batteries. That would be crazy. 250,000 kilowatts. Yes, please. That'd be awesome here. 3,000 plus cycles. Lithium iron phosphate. That's a must nowadays, guys. If you still have lithium ion, maybe it's time to upgrade. This is much safer than lithium ion. And I believe I have 2 power stations that are lithium ion. One is a NERSV G300, and the other one is a Mylon 640. Now my Mylon 640 still works, but the screen is kind of dying on it, so you have to look really close to see you know, if it's still with us or not as far as the power. It's tough, and there's no app or anything, so that's tough. Here's a comparison from lead acid. I mean, you know, to compare this from lead acid, I think a more fair comparison would be from lithium ion to LifePo 4, which we'd still win, but you know, with this one. But I mean, if you're going from traditional lead acid batteries like in your car to, you know, lithium iron phosphate batteries for solar charging, holy crap, Zilla! The difference is, it's huge. It's huge, and monstrous. Wow. Okay, so here's the ports. Now we're getting down to the bread and butter here. I want to see the ports here. It says I wish I had. Okay, I'll just kind of read it here. So you got. It's going too fast, guys. So it has USBs. Hopefully there's another part down there that's not so fast. These are all the AC ports. These are the USB, and I don't see a DC port. But let's wait, guys. This picture is kind of too small to really see that. Here it's written here. It's for oh, here we go. Here we go. Okay, so now these are a little bit bigger. Now we can see what's going on here. So here you got your built-in display. That's a very long screen. That's different. Here's your power button, and here it's a Hulk belt. Yes, I thought that's what it's called. So it's a rope handle Hulk belt, and these come off, and you can click it and stuff to lock it. Here is your solar panel input and your AC port right here side by side. This is your TT30R port. That's for hooking up to you know, like your RV or something like that, or extra energy out. Here's your 4 AC plugs. Here's your AC power switch to turn on this inverter, and then you have the built-in light, which I love. And then notice that they didn't. Oh, here it is down here. I was gonna say they didn't do the USBs, but they're on this picture here. So here you have 2 carports. What is a carport? Is that? I believe that is a cigarette lighter, maybe? I'm assuming that's what they mean by that. 2 cigarette lighters, 2 USB-As, and 4 USB-Cs. Now that's nice. I like to see the weight more on USB-C ports rather than USB-A ports. I like that. Here's a battery connector on the other side, and then you have up to the other battery connector on the battery. And notice the batteries have these same little crazy little Hulk. What would they call Hulk straps? What would they call a Hulk handle? What the heck would they call it, guys? A Hulk belt. So it has these little crazy Hulk belts. That might catch on. You never know. You never know. I kind of like the fold-up handles, or the built-in handles, but you never know. I did like the way they hooked it onto that boat, because that way, you know, here's a weird law that a lot of people don't understand. If you put a battery in a boat, by law it has to be bolted down or strapped down to the boat. It has to be for safety. So this is kind of a way to put this in a vessel where you don't have to worry about strapping it down, because it has built-in bungee rope thingies, so you can actually put them in there. This is the, this is maybe it's a Japanese model. This is oh yeah, okay, so one's a Japanese model. This is the American model here. So you got 5 AC plugs down here. Oh no, wait, no, that's the Japanese model. This is the American model. Oh yeah, see, the plugs are different. It's got those 2 little weird circle prongs that we're not used to in this country. But okay, so let's keep going here. Here's the system. 1500 watt charging, 240 volts from the car I saw, and 1200 from the sun. Boy, these pictures they go very quick, guys. You really gotta catch them quick here. DC car charging, that would obviously be at 24 volts, unless you could bring 12 volts in, but you know, at 240. But to me, that sounds like a 24-volt system. 120 is usually 12 volts at 10 amps. All right, here's your how to hook them up here. So don't charge with 5 of these. You can go up to 4, and notice that these are all, that's series parallel. You can go to 6 series parallel. Oh, I see. Okay. Boy, I wish you could stop these. So guys, it has to be balanced, of course, and if you take one of these away, you see it unbalances it. So I get that. Okay. And then XT60, that I like a lot. Solar 1 to XT60. So this connecting, I don't think that's, wait a minute, hold on. Okay, so it's a parallel connect. Oh, I see. So here's your XT60 here, and then what that does is it goes into their proprietary port. I do like to see XT60 on the actual machines, but in this instance, maybe because this is IP67, maybe their panels are IP67 as well, and they have special ports for them. Because XT60 is not a waterproof port unless you put something extra. There's kind of an idea of getting, it looks like the earth is flooding here. Oh yeah, that's okay. So it's simulating a flood, and here you're running your, boy, that would be scary to see, guys. Whether it's IP67 rating or not, that is scary to see electricity and energy in water like that. Holy crapzilla, my heart would drop. I would put these up on there just for safety, even though they're rated. I would put them off the ground. Here's your look at 48 protections. Holy crapzilla, guys. High temperature protection, overcharge protection, overload protection, low temperature protection in case the batteries are too low, over discharge protection, that way you don't go too low, short circuit in case you have a problem, over current protection. Wow, that's all the meat and potatoes, and that looks very, very well capped. The battery cells look very well sealed, and then everything else is supposed to be IP67. Look at that though, guys. Everything is like coated and covered nicely. Very clean, very clean. Alright, here, your safety is our priority. The Arc Pro 2400 features a state-of-the-art battery management system, BMS. That's what BMS stands for, just in case anyone's new with us here. Ensuring your devices and you stay safe wherever you are and whatever you're doing. I like to hear that. That means they care. Okay, here, for caregivers like you, ensuring that critical medical equipment stays powered during outages is non-negotiable. This I'm 100% a fan of. When you have to deal with medical stuff and health, guys, there's no second chance sometimes. So really think about that before you put a power station in a situation where you're doing any kind of medical care or something like that. That's just my opinion, but you don't get a second chance in life sometimes. Here, let's see, the Arc Pro 2400 watts, 10 millisecond uninterruptible power supply, which stands for UPS, just in case anyone's new. Feature is designed with situations like yours in mind, whether it's the CPAP machine, oxygen, concentrator. Why, I didn't know that word for a second. Concentrator, or any other essential device. The Arc Pro ensures that there's no interruption in power even during the most severe emergencies. Your loved one stays one's safety and well-being is our top priority, and Arc Pro stands by you when it matters most. So there you go. Now you get a close-up of the actual screen here. Very, very simplistic looking screen. 9 hours left, 2400 watts out, 100% battery pack according to the screen. I don't know if that's inaccurate, but now you can get a close-up of those little flaps here, and then here's the power button. This is the light button, and that's the power button. Notice that I don't see a power button for the unit. I think these go on naturally when you turn on the unit. Some have hardwired DC where the inverter is kind of hardwired in there. I don't know if that's the case here, but I don't see a separate button for the DC stuff. I just see this is for the AC, and then this is for the light, and then that's for the system. So it probably is like that. Let's see here. So here we have all your warnings that are built in. We believe keeping things simple. The Arc Pro 2400 watts comes with a built-in display to monitor your power status and integrated light to guide your way. The light, guys, I cannot stress that enough. A light is a very, very essential part of an emergency situation. If you can't see, you can't work. That's just how it is. Let's see. Or you have trouble working. Perfect for setting up camp, working late on a set, or navigating a power outage. There you go. There's your emergencies. These are all your problems. So if you see these, then you know that you have either a problem, like a water immersion alert for the entire machine. Holy crap, like it shows everything kind of well, that's scary. That's so scary. All right, elevate your life and business with Arkpax. Boy, I've done this for 2 years now on this channel. January 5th, I believe, was the first time that we uploaded our first video. So we've been doing this for almost 2 years. I've never even heard of what's it called? Arkpax? I've never heard of it here. Let's see, and let's see. Oh, and I'll check and see if there's any more supporters by the short time it made me do this video. Or that it took me to make this video here. See, like this is a situation. Like if you had this just sitting on a boat, I think by law, don't quote me on this, but I've always been told this by DNR and things like that, that anytime you put a battery pack, it's got to be bolted or strapped down somehow for the safety, obviously, so it doesn't fall in the water. Because this. But the weird thing is this can handle the water, probably 30 minutes or so. But IP67 is a pretty damn good rating. I go back to that. But this would be great to have on a boat. You don't have to worry about the salt water. You have to worry. Oh, here you go, guys. Here's everything. All right, cut and dry here. So here's your display. I jumped ahead here. Here's your what they called Hulk belts. Here's your Hulk belts here. Here's the fan. Here's your carport. Oh, see, now this looks like a different one, guys. Yeah, this looks like a totally different. Oh, I see. This is the Arc Evo. Oh, so they have different. Okay. I didn't know they had different models, guys. I thought this was maybe the first one. So this is a smaller version, 1800 watt. So this is more of a handy dandy one here. Boy, there's no screen on that, guys. Where's the screen? Oh, I see. It's on that side. Oh. Well, I don't know if I like that. So on the other version, the smaller one, you have your power, your screen, and your light, and your all your DC stuff on the front, and then all your AC stuff is on the back. Guys, just an opinion, I never liked any power station with the essentials on the side or the back. I've got I think 24, 25, 26 power stations now, and the one that always had a little frustration for me was the ACOUCOU P2001. It's a good power station. It was okay. The thing we didn't like about it was you have to go on the side and plug the ACs in the side. Now, at night, when you reach around the side of that thing, you cannot see the port to put the cable in, so, or to put the cord in. So that's a problem. We always have to turn on a light or something like that, which another reason, light on a power station, guys. I think it's a good idea. So I do like that they have the newer model, this bigger one with everything on the front, and maybe they learned from that, from their first model, the 1800 watt to this 2400, is let's put everything on the front. Now the charging cables are okay to put on the side because they're out of the way. You know what I mean? But when those aren't something that you're going to plug in every 5 minutes or take it to a different room and plug something. You're going to usually set and forget it. You know what I mean? What was that? Billy Mays commercial? You set it and you forget it. Leave it be. So usually with charging and stuff like that and UPS, you plug it in, you leave it, and it's out of the way. But when you plug in cords like this in a machine, you want to be able to see the hole to plug it in. I think that's an important thing, and maybe they learned from that. Java construction, off-lake camping trips. Wow, look at that. See, they had it in a mine, guys. That was my idea. Oh, look at festival event, boats, floods, right here. There you go. Look at that. They're working. That was a construction site for real. I don't know if it's a mine, but they were definitely tearing up stuff. And then this is the 1800 now. So they have two systems according to this, the Arc Evo and the Arc Pro, and the Pro is the one that I made this video about because I like I said, someone told me about it. I never heard about it. I'm like, I'll do a video, absolutely. I'll talk about this stuff 24 hours a day, as long as people are willing to listen. It doesn't bother me at all. And then here's your 2300 watt-hour batteries that we haven't seen that yet. 46 pounds on the battery, 84. Wow. 84 pounds on that, but that's probably all the rating and the extra stuff that you have to make sure that it's safe to read that very rigorous IP67 rating. That's a serious rating for waterproof. Very, very good. I don't think I've ever seen that on a power station. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. Have you seen an IP67 rating on a power station? I've seen IP65, I've seen things like that, but I've never seen IP67 that I remember. Refresh my memory, guys, if there's something out there that I've seen already, or possibly did a video about it and forgot it. That's possible. Now, here's all your ports here, guys. Let's run through. Now, this is the meat and potatoes. This is what I like. Okay, so here you got 4 outlets at 1800 watts total. Surge is 3300. Now, this is I think this is, oh, this is the smaller one. Let's do the Pro, because that's the one that everybody cares about here. 2400 watts, 4800 is the surge, and then you have, let's see, TT30 port, you get one in the US. Car port, you get two of them. 12 volts at 10 amps. So does that mean that you can, well, I suppose you can use them at the same time, two of them. Yeah, because, you know, I would call it a marine port at this point if you're going to use it on a boat, but or a cigarette lighter. You know, we always call them cigarette lighters. So you have two ports of the USB-A at 22.5 max. That's good. That's like Quick Charge 4. Because Quick Charge 3 is like, was that 18 watts? So that's actually more than Quick Charge 3. USB-C, 4 ports, 5, 9, 12, and 15, and 20 volts at 5 amps, so that's 100. Now, guys, if you got 4 USB-C ports that were 100 watts each output, fantastic. That's right. And it looks, look at it here, total 460 watts out. So yeah, it looks like it is. If you could have four telephones, 4 cell phones in my old age, 4 cell phones charging at 100 watts, up to 100 watts a piece, or a tablet or laptops or something, that's a monstrous upgrade. I like that, guys. I'm going to write that down. The USB-C output is 400 watts total, 100 each. I think that is fantastic. That's a big upgrade. I don't have a system. I have one system that has 2 of them, and I love it. I wish they would have more of those. Here's your lights, 6,000 to 6,500 luminance. Let's see here. Let's see, output ports 13. What does that say? 13 AC. So there's I think we did this already, but 4 AC ports, which are traditional, 1 TT30, and then 1 DC at 8. Oh, I see. Oh, this is all of it together. Okay, so this is all the USBs and everything. So this is the total outputs. That's why I feel like I did it already. Here's your max device powers, 2,860 watts max, and then I think you had, didn't you have your, what was the surge here? 4,800. Yeah, 4,800 and 4,000 on the Japanese model, and then connect up to 10 batteries. That's monster, guys. 10 batteries. Let's see, 10 batteries. I will write that down. Okay, and then here's your input. Okay, so I think they put one too many letters in there, so you take out this T. That's input. You have 1,200 watts of solar, 12 to 75 volts. I kind of would like to see that a little bit higher in the voltage. I love the amps, the 20 amps. That's nice, but the voltage I think could have been a little bit higher. Maybe 90 or 100, 120, even 150. If you can go up that high, it'd be nice. Just because it gives you more options with solar panels and arrays and series and things like that. Let's see. AC input is 110 to 130 at 60 hertz, 50 to 60 hertz. So that's traditional. We call it us old timers call it 110. It's known as 120 volts. That's standard for your wall. Usually comes out at 120. Let's see here. Solar charging 12 to 54. Now wait a minute. Oh, so you can have an adapter. Okay, so here you got different here. 12 to 75 volts at 20 amps. Up here it says adapter or solar, and then here it says solar charging 12 to 54 volts at 20 amps, 1200 max. That's kind of confusing. Either there's 2 ports in there, or I have questions. That almost doesn't make sense, guys, unless there's 2 inputs, adapter or solar, 12 to 75 volts. And then solar charging is 12 to 54 volts. If that's all it is, 54 volts on solar, I think that's very, very low. Especially to charge 25,000 watt-hour system. Holy crapzilla. Operating temperature is 14 to 104. So that's actually lower than traditional, because normally you can use them like freezing and above. So, 32 and above for lithium iron phosphate, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And then the storage temperature is -4. Yeah, see, that's what I'm used to. -4 storage up to 113. Both of those very cold, very hot. But the operating temperature seems a little bit lower than I'm used to, because I think of all that protection it has. Maybe that can, go down a little bit lower. I think that, let's see here. Let's grab I'm trying to figure out. Let me look in my cheat sheet here real quick, and I'm going to look up another system. Let me look at like a Blue Eddy here or something like that, and their charging temperatures is 32. So okay, so traditional lithium iron phosphate batteries is 32. So this actually goes down to 14. I like that. I like that, down to 14 degrees Fahrenheit. I think that's a plus there. Here's charge. Now your charging is different. Now your charging is 32 to 113, and that's a big difference. So you can actually use it down a little bit lower, but charging temperature, it's got to be like the battery cells cannot be in a frozen temperature to charge. That's normal. And the newest ones have those. If you guys ever seen those batteries, Blue Eddy has them, the B300S, and they have like a heating pad built in. That's kind of cool. That's actually really cool. Because I lost my mouse here, guys. Hold on, give me a second. I lost my mouse. There it goes. Okay, my mouse locked up on me here. That's really nice because if it's too cold, it'll warm the battery up first and then let the energy flow in. I like that. That's a good protection. Especially if you're in a cold climate. These are very, very compact solar panels that get very, very long. Look at how long that is, guys. Wowie zowie. But they go very, very tiny. So you can put them like in a bulkhead or something like that. I think it's called, in a boat or in a covered, or even a bag. You can imagine put a 200-watt solar panel in a bag and then walking away with it. You wouldn't even know. Someone wouldn't even know you had it. That's kind of cool. And then there's your specifications for your folded here. Let's see. So 106 inches long. But folded, guys, look at this, 20 by 9, about. That's tiny. Wow, that's tiny. That gets really tiny. And then there you go, the manual, and then here's the prices, guys. So let's take a look at them here. The Arc Evo, now that's the 1800 watter, $1,000. I think, remember, you're also the premium on this is being able to use it in less than freezing temperatures, under 32. And then the IP rating, obviously that's a very serious IP rating. And then here's the big one here, $2,300. So that would be approximately, let's see, 23. That'd be, boy, my brain just locked up, guys. I can't do math all of a sudden. Today is not a math day. You ever have those days, guys, where your brain just locks up when you try to do math? Okay, so you have $2,300. Oh, $1. There you go. Oh my gosh, that's so common. I apologize, guys. Long night. Okay, so it's about $1 a watt hour, but like I said, you get the premium of the IP rating and the lower charging and things like that. But at about $1 a watt hour, now the best that I've seen right now is, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Pecron with their expandable batteries are like 37 cents a piece, 38, something like that. That's very cheap for battery, but obviously you don't get the inverters on there. You get the DC inverter, but not the AC, and that's what everybody needs. But yeah, $1. I can't believe I couldn't figure that out, guys. Holy crap, Zilla. Sometimes the problem's too easy, you overlook it, right? $1 per watt hour, and then you have the Arc Pro extended pack, so that's with the battery. It almost looks like it belongs on a boat, doesn't it, with these little ropes? It almost looks like an anchor kind of thing, like what do they call that? Where you tie off, you get to the shipyard or the dock and everything, and then you tie off with that rope. There's a special name for it. I call it a rope, but there's a special name for it. Let's see, there's expedition set, and then you can obviously go crazy with like 10 grand for 10 batteries. So that's the entire system, guys. Look at that. Let's do the math on that one. Here, let's check that out here, guys. Let's do 10,000 smackers divided by, I think it was a 25,000 watt hour kit. Am I doing it the right way? Yeah, so it gets down to 40 cents per watt hour. So obviously when you buy bulk like that, you could bring the price down much. But that's a big system, guys. 25,000 watt hours. Wow. My biggest system right now is 15,000 watt hours, and it's good for me. Boy, that's good for me. But yeah, that brings it down to 40 cents. So when you buy it separately, yeah, it's $1 a watt hour. But if you buy it with the batteries, that's where you could save. So the much better deal seems to be with the batteries. There's your solar panels. I wonder, guys, let's look at that real quick. Let's see. The solar panels, IP67. So you got XD60 connector. I don't see an IP rating unless you see it and I don't see it. Point it out, guys. I don't see an IP rating on the panels. Huh. I wonder if they're rated IP67 the same as the system, or they're not. I think that's important information they should put on this little Kickstarter page here. Here's your triple energy boost, 3 of them, 950 for 1,000 of them. Sorry, 950. I was reading this 1,000. 950 for 600 watts of power. I was reading that 1,000. Boy, I have a tough day with numbers. Holy crap! Here's 1,200, 1,800 for 1,200 watts. So that's about 60 cents per watt hour. There's expansion battery packs here. So if you could buy just the 5 batteries, if you already have the system and you want to buy the 5 batteries, that's 3,700 for 11.5. So let's do the math on that. Let's see. I'm curious. This is a very interesting system here. 11.5. Nope, wait. Yeah, I did it the wrong way, guys. Okay, so 3,700. Yeah, I'm having a tough math day. Usually I'm pretty good with math. Okay, it's 11.5. Brings it down to, let's see, there you go, guys. 32 cents approximately per watt hour. See, so the batteries is where you're going to win on with this system. That's very cheap for the batteries. And then if you have that IP67 rating, I think that's much worth it. Much worth it. Okay, so here you go. This is the bottom. Here's what you get in the box. So you get so you do get a proprietary plug on this side and an XT60. I wonder how they keep that waterproof. If it is, maybe just the system is waterproof. But let's see. Here's a 1 to 3 XT60 connector. I gotta sneeze, guys. Hold on. Excuse me. Dusty in the workshop today. Okay, solar 1 to 3 XT60 connector. So that's nice that they give that to you. Well, that actually cleared my voice up. AC cable. Here's your charging cable, and here's your Hulk belt handle. You get 2 of those. I think that, you know, it's an interesting idea. I wonder if this is like maybe like a rubber kind of cover. You know, that way your fingers don't get the blisters from carrying a rope. Remember, that's, what is that, 80? Is that 80 some pounds? You know, that's a lot for a rope. So maybe that's a little rubber cover that they have to protect your hand. Here's the hexagon Allen wrench. I have no idea why you'd need that, but it does include it. Here's accessories pouch. That's always nice. Hopefully that's IP67 rated as well, so you can keep them out there either strapped on the machine or close by. And then here's your how to connect multiple solar panels instruction manual. So that's what you get in that. Here's the battery. It comes with the extra battery cable, basically a cascading cable, I think they call it. Here's your Hulk. So you get 2 more Hulk handles, and then the user manual. And I like these pictures. It's very, very detailed. And then here's your Arc Evo 1800 watt that we didn't even know about that they had until we found this page on Kickstarter. It's the first time I'm seeing this, guys. Just a reminder. AC cable, 2 Hulk handles, user manual, and the pouch accessory thing to put them all in. And then here's your solar panel. Obviously, you get the solar panel. It does have a, look at it, it does have a Hulk handle, or you have to supply yours. It doesn't say that it comes with it, so you might have to supply yours, or you have to buy it separate. Shipment schedule, let's see, it's going everywhere in the world here. Blah, 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 numbers, and that looks like that's the bottom. So we're going to go way back up to the top, and I'm going to do the short revision of what we just went through. The things that I liked with this power station that were eye-opening at first, obviously you have to talk about it, is the IP rating. IP67, that's a very, very strong IP rating for anything more or less a power station. I think that's very, very usable in rescue situations, boats, obviously anything to do with marine docking or something like that. Camping, you know, you could leave it out sitting outside. You know, I wouldn't, but if it rained on it, like, who cares? You know what I mean? So that's a very good IP rating. The 25,000 watt battery expansion pack complete kit, I think, is a monster. 25,000. Our goal here on this channel is to reach 100,000 watt hours of battery storage. That's what we want. I don't know why we picked it. Maybe because it's a round number. It's a ton of power. 1/10 of a million watt hours. So having a quarter of that in one purchase for 10 grand, I think is a really, really strong start for someone if they want to get serious about you know, having battery backup. Whether or not this system is right for you, I'm just looking at it. I don't know. I can't make decisions for you. Same backers, guys. 5 backers. So it did go up 1 since I started this review, but I haven't seen anything more. What I'll do is I'll refresh it real quick and just see if that changes. Maybe it doesn't refresh. Let's see here. 44 days to go, and where is it? 5. Okay, so it's still at 5, guys. The 2400 watt AC, I like that because it's higher than traditional. Usually a power station with 2000 watt hours of power usually tops out at about 2000 rated and about 4000 surge. So I like that. I like that. The battery cable design, I don't know if I like it or I don't. I think it's different. I think it's pretty good ingenuity as far as what I saw when they clipped it on the side of a boat like that. Made me a believer in what they were trying to accomplish with those handles. I like that because you could, like I say, you strap that around a tree, a branch. You either literally hang it up in the air and then use it up in the air where a young fella or a kid wouldn't be able to touch it and mess with it. So there's so many opportunities and options with handles like that. I think this is very unique. Lithium iron phosphate batteries, that's a must, guys. Like I said, if you have lithium ion, think about time to upgrade those to lithium iron phosphate. They have a new one coming out, which is lithium sodium. We'll have to see about that. Very dense weight, I guess, but we'll have to wait and see. The 1200 watts of solar, I like that, but it seemed like the voltage input was a little bit low. I like 1200 watts of solar. That's a good amount of power coming in. But remember, if you're trying to charge 25,000 watt hours of power with 1200 watts, you're going to be in for a wait for sure. That's going to be probably 4 to 4.5 days, possibly 5 days of solar charging. So what are known as solar days, because you get about 5 hours per day of really, really good sun. So unless you're over paneled, yeah, that would be a while to charge that. But imagine if you had this, like in a situation, say you had this at a campsite or a cabin, right? And you're only up there maybe once a month, right? And the entire week, 2 or 3 that you're not there, you're soaking in that power, right? You're literally just soaking in free energy from the heavens above, and it's going into your battery. So then when you get there for your weekend getaway or your week getaway or whatever you're doing, you have literally a power station waiting for you that's off grid. That's very, very cool to be able to have. It's kind of like having a server rack system, except you have the rating of IP67 as a protection, as a backup, and the portability, because server racks I think are king dog right now. I really believe that. However, when it comes to portability, they're obviously less king dog, because you can't move them so quick, and it's very you have to be careful when you hook them up, and you have to make sure they're shut off. With these power stations, man, you plug them in and you're done. It's very safe, considering you got 25,000 watt hours of power in the palm of your hand, so to say, that could really give you a good shock. So it's really neat that you could just plug and play and go. You're done. That's why I like these portable systems over the server racks. But the server racks are still king dog when it comes to power, as far as watt hours and output powers. Like your all-in-one inverter, you can really draw some serious power out of a rack system. Let's see, your solar charging I talked to, your AC charging we talked about, your 10 millisecond UPS. I like that a lot. I think that's a very good upgrade. Like I said, most power stations that you see on the market are under 20 milliseconds. So the quicker you can get that, the better it is for medical equipment or very expensive things like, say you have a really big expensive rack system for a DJ setup or something like that, or a concert, and you're trying to run it off one of these. That millisecond cutover is really nice when you're using UPS, and then all of a sudden the power goes out because whatever happened, and now you're in a fair in the middle of nowhere, and the power goes out for some reason. The party continues while the rest of the fair is out. The light, monstrous, guys. You have to have a light, in my opinion, on every power station ever made, just for the simple fact of this word: I can't see, right? Emergency. I can't see. If you can't see, you can't work. You have a real tough time working in the dark. The USB-C, I think, is a monstrous upgrade for power stations to have 4 USB-Cs that come out at 100 watts apiece, if that's correct in what they said. I think that is a fantastic feature to be able to charge. I could charge 2 laptops, a tablet, and a phone all at the same time, and bring in monstrous power to those 4, and get them done and be gone in no time, and go fishing or whatever, camping or hiking or whatever. But I like that. I like also that you can also use it down to 14 degrees Fahrenheit, where that's a little bit below freezing. Well, it's a lot of bit below freezing, because that could be, once again, a bad situation, cold day, like say you want to, you have this in a cabinet and you want to run a heater, maybe a 400 or 600 watt heater, just to get out of that frozen temperature and warm up a room, a van, an RV or something. Like, imagine having this in an RV. Holy crapzilla. And you could warm up that RV in 14 degrees and bring it up to 50 or 60, 70 where it's comfortable in 14 degree weather. So a lot of power stations don't allow that unless you warm the batteries up first. They don't let you use them too much. I think that completes my list, guys. This was the Arc Pro, the ultimate IP67 dust-proof and waterproof power station for professionals. So let me know your thoughts, guys. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you like the idea? There's things I liked, and there's things that that seem kind of normal to me. But I'm glad that one of our subscribers have brought this information to me. That's why we're here, guys. We want to learn. We're not teachers. We're students like everybody else. We're amateurs for life. That is our motto on this channel. We want to learn about this stuff because to me it's fascinating that you could take 25,000 watt hours of power and literally throw it in the trunk of your car, if your car can hold that much weight, and then drive somewhere and pull it out and literally have a concert in the middle of a field, or whatever you want to have, a cookout, a family reunion. I think that is unbelievable. Your campsite will be the most pimpin' campsite in the entire campground, guaranteed. If you pull out 25,000 watt hours and you have stereos and TVs and computers and laptops, it's not even like camping anymore. It's like going to the Ritz, the hotel. But all right, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. This is the Arc Pro. What was the name of the Arc Pro? I think that was the name. Arkpax, the Arc Pro. That's the 2400 watt hour inverter. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. You like it? You don't? You see positives, negatives? Let me know. I'm curious. All right, ramble on, be safe, and I'll see you next time here on Ramblin Bob Reviews. Bye, guys.